Suspect is behind bars after a multi-state manhunt in Oklahoma. U.S. Marshals arrested 34-year-old Cornelius Hudson yesterday afternoon at a local motel. Hudson is wanted for the murder of a woman found stabbed to death in her Ruleville, Mississippi home yesterday morning. Investigators tracked him to Oklahoma and took him into custody without incident. Hudson is currently being held in the Sequoyah County Jail awaiting extradition back to Mississippi.